Hi, we're back here at Old Car Heaven, and as promised, we have with us one of the candidates who made it into the runoff and who is going to run for the opportunity to replace Artur Davis in the U.S. Congressional District. We have the pleasure of having Ms. Shelia Smoot. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And congratulations.
Thank you. I'm very excited.
I know it was a hard-fought fight, and I'm thinking you did it with but very little dollars. And
yes.
So just tell me kind of how the campaign went and how you got to this point.
Well, you know, we didn't have $900,000. We barely had $100,000 raised with over a year, so it didn't even come all at once.
Yeah.
We basically have a network that we've been having for the last probably 8 years since I've been an elected official, and we have a whole host of folks who understand politics on the ground, day-to-day movement, and how to be frugal. We, again, understand media as well. That's my background.
It is, yeah.
And although we weren't able to buy television, we were able to go into homes by basically going to the people in direct contact.
Door to door.
That is my strength, door-to-door contact, and people know me.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you can just pretty much squeak by and squeak in. We were very, very strong in Jefferson County. We won at least 4 other counties, and we split votes with Earl Hilliard. So we anticipate getting stronger and picking up that support.
Yeah, and so and talking about picking up support, now that the race is thinned down to 2, how is the support coming in?
The support is flowing. Certainly we've gotten calls from Washington. I'm a progressive candidate, as you know, and a fighter, as you know.
Yeah.
So those folks who want that kind of style, of leadership and that vocalness, want to support me. So I know where my base is. I know where my dollars are going to flow from, and we're very excited to get those dollars. And basically, the people who would have supported Earl will typically support a Shelia Smoot for Congress. So we're looking forward to that.
And speaking of your base, we all know the pretty much disastrous race Artur Davis ran, and you know. And largely because he alienated his base, and that is the people who wanted that health care proposal, especially in the 7th Congressional District. Poverty, health care disparities, all out the yin-yang, and they felt that was something they really needed. So I think, I'm thinking that those people, and I guess to speak for them, the people in that district, trust is going to be a major issue. Who can they trust to put in there who's going to bring them what they need? What is Shelia Smoot's campaign for District 7, and how can they trust you to bring that information?
Well, I think people know me already. You know, I had the 6 on your side forever. That has never went away. I've brought things to a pretty poor district that I currently represent, and they've gotten service. And it's not lip service. They've gotten things on the ground, the things that they need, job creation. I did the data operations centers at Wachovia, Southern, and AT&T in my district. I did the 29 schools piece. I did the brand new building of senior communities, and all of those things in community centers, all of those things in quality of life issues. I created the Greenway Commission for Jefferson County and the brownfield developments. I've been out there putting things on the ground, and of course Cooper Green Hospital is our baby, and every time I turn around people are trying to take it or shut it down. So I've been a very vocal on that and kept that hospital open. I think the difference is very clear, that I'm a hard worker, I'm a fighter for the people, and my record speaks for itself, but at the end of the day I'm able to deliver, and I'm able to deliver day one.
Part of the challenges that people are saying you face is because you have a record and because of the situation in Jefferson County with the sewers, the debacle. And a lot of that blame, because some things happen in your administration, whether you had anything to do with it or not, people associate that with you. How do you plan to overcome that? Or is that even playing that hard in some of these other districts?
It has not played at all with this particular district. They understand that I inherited those problems. You know, I'm the type of leader that understands when you go into leadership, you're going to inherit other people's problems. That's what you ran on. I ran on the super sewer piece. I mean, you remember that very well. I ran on that. I said I was going to get in there, and obviously, and I sued Jefferson County over it. I was part of that lawsuit, and my opponent was part of the bond deals as well.
So she was a lawyer?
Yes, she was the lawyer on part of the bond deals at Jefferson County, several school warrants, and several other things. So
now, did she personally serve on it, or was it her firm that did that?
No, she was part of it personally. She was involved. I mean, in fact, she was at a public meeting with us trying to run through another deal that we turned down with one of her partners from that particular firm. So she was visible. I mean, it's all on tape. I mean, the press was there, so that's no secret. But at the end of the day, those those were inherited problems. And again, any leader, including the new administration that's going to take on, they're going to inherit the problem too.
You've got some big problems you're inheriting right now.
Yes. However, we sustained ourselves. You know, the system obviously is a huge system. It's the best in the country, and it is going to make money. The revenues are still steady and coming in, and that's the thing. It's the debt. It's not the system. And I think people get the two confused. But no, it has not resonated because I guess all of us had some kind of hand in that in regard to being in Jefferson County.
And to a certain extent, you didn't have any control of the market and how it was going to behave.
Right. Very good.
But at the end of the day, you're responsible for the solution. And so how do you, I mean, I know you're going to be moving from the county commission. You haven't really come up with a solution yet, but solutions to the problem in Jefferson County, solutions to the problem in Black Belt. What is do you have any plans for the solutions, and how does that set you apart from your opponents?
Well, we have the solution. The solutions are working as we speak, and as you know, I was a very strongly against bankrupting the state's largest county. Who does that? I mean, especially if you got the brightest minds in the country, you just get those folks and you work through the problems. And as you know, countries are now strapped. Countries. I mean, we're talking Greece. I mean, whoever thought Greece would be strapped for money? It's Greece. But at the end of the day, we basically got ahead of our problem, and we're now on the back end of solving it, so that debt is going away. Again, as we speak, that debt is being worked out. As far as what sets me apart in regard to solutions for the Black Belt and Jefferson County and Tuscaloosa, I don't want to leave those folks out because I still represent in the 7th Congressional District of Jefferson County some very poor folks who basically have not gotten service, and they're taxpayers too. I think people get these jobs, they get these jobs, get in, and they rah-rah, and I can do this and I can do that, and then 4 years later, nothing's done. I'm not that kind of person. I am a results-oriented person. I don't like excuses, just excellence, and I know that we can perform. I can perform. I've got some people around me that are good at putting things on the ground. I am not trying to get a fee for my services. I am not being coached to go to Congress. I am Shelia Smoot on your side, and I've been on the side of the people a long time, and they basically know me. They basically know me, and that was our strength in this race.
Part of what's lost by Artur not returning to Congress is his loss of seniority. And because being on the House Ways and Means Committee, being on those powerful committees means that you're going to have to start up from the ground up. What can you do to kind of move yourself up the ladder maybe a little bit faster to maybe get some of those results that, I'd like to say you can't replace the years, but what can you do, you think, in Washington to get yourself in a position where you can bring more of that bacon home to the district? Well,
I'm results oriented, and so I think sometimes some of the candidates have gone after what is considered the most prestigious committees. I think we got to go after committees that impact rural communities, that would be agriculture, and those kinds of committees, the transportation, because we need roads and bridges and infrastructure, technology, energy, those kinds of things that directly can bring home hard dollars, homeland security, those kinds of things. And I think roughly we have to build relationships. I'm a relationship builder. I work with 3 Republicans all the time, every day, and I have good relationship with them whether we disagree or agree. One thing you can count on about Shelia Smoot, she's willing to come to the table and find a viable solution that works for everybody, not just one segment of the population. And I've been very strong at building relationships. I was the National Association of Black County Officials President nationwide. I sit on several boards nationwide with the National Association of County Officials. I was a 2006 National County Official of the Year. I've been on several boards and panels where you had to basically throw out your ideology, come back to the table, and maybe work with somebody else's. So I can work with folks, and I'm pretty good at that, so that sets me apart. Okay, we're going to have to cut it short, and I know there's a whole lot more that we can talk about. But anyway, you heard it right here from her own mouth, Ms. Shelia Smoot, who is running for the U.S. 7th Congressional District, and the runoff is? The runoff is July 13th, and vote Smoot on your side. That's her endorsement. But anyway, I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming. And like I said, be sure you vote for whoever candidate you feel is best. And we'll also have Ms. Terri Sewell on the show to speak about her campaign, her plans for the district. And so we'll give everybody an equal shot to give you their best opinions about what they'll do for the district. So Birmingham View Television will be coming right back to you after this.